Good morning, everybody. Orange J here with another War of the Visions video, and it is Final Fantasy VII Day. Everybody's hyped for Cloud. The polls have been real. I've been reading your comments. Good. Like, some of you had awesome luck. Some of you made it all the way to the pity, and you know, it's a good thing the pity's there for you guys. I'm sorry you had to get there. Hopefully, you at least picked up Tifa's vision card on your journey towards that pity, if you had to make that journey. But this is going to be a video about something besides polling for Final Fantasy VII. In this update, in the patch today, there was a new quest added, the Affinity and Resonance quest. We're going to take a look at that, show exactly how much affinity and resonance it brings to your team, how good of an addition it is to the game, and we're going to do all that right now. Alright, now I will be uploading my Final Fantasy VII polls. In fact, I uploaded them already, and I tried to sneak in a little Final Fantasy VII music into that video, and YouTube was like, oh, not so fast, Orange A. So I had to take that video down. I'm going to put new music into it. I'll get it re-uploaded soon, so you guys can see how my polls went, and then tell me how yours did. But let's talk instead right now about the new quest we got with the update today. That might be one of the longer term quality of life things that come from this patch that we just are thankful for. And that's the Affinity and Resonance quest. If you go into the far plane here, right now every day you can do one of these quests for free. It's right here, the Affinity Resonance quest, ends in 6 days. Make sure you're doing this every day. Then if you go to the key quest, it is also locked behind its own key right here, so you'll be able to do some more of it if you have the keys. Now, we're going to start in the free one here. This will be the first time I've run this, and we're going to see just how much Affinity and Resonance we get for this quest. So here's my farming squad. I have a bunch of units here that I'm working on Esper Resonance with. Let's start by looking at Cloud, and Cloud is working on Odin right now. If we click on Odin, you will see, and then we're going to have to scroll way down to the bottom here. Cloud is at 2 out of 10 with Odin. So right now he's at level 2 with 73 fights to go until the next level. If you've never looked at this, what this number on the bottom means is, generally speaking, it takes 100 fights to gain 1 level of resonance. So I'm at 27 out of 100 in my level 2. So let's do a battle and let's see how much resonance Cloud gains on Odin from one fight in this chamber. And you know what? Another thing we can look at here too, I don't want to forget to look at this before we go into the fight, is if I long click Cloud, I can look at his affinity/resonance, and I can look at his affinity with other units. So he's been running in a farming group with Tifa for me today, and you can see right now he's at 2 out of 5 affinity with Tifa, with 375 to go until level 3. So let's mark that as well. He's at 2 out of 5 with Tifa, with 375 to go until level 3. So we got those stamped. Now let's do a fight and see how much it raises. Alright, now apparently this is supposed to be a super easy fight, a lot like what the JP key fight is. It said it's recommended unit level 1, and in fact, look, the mobs are all literally starting directly next to the units. So I imagine this is going to be an absolute beatdown, but at least we'll get to see the dreamy Typhoon. We get to see Swimsuit Elsorel in all of her glory on her waterbed, doing 5,000 damage to some skeletons and wolves. You know, that's great. Here's Black Rose Helena just killing the rest of the map. That's wonderful too. GG, that fight's over. Now let's see what the rewards we're gonna get look like. Alright, so here we go. Oh, we got, first of all, we got 5 golden EXP cubes, so that's a huge deal. Now, it says right here, Esper Resonance up. Okay, so Affinity up. Let's see if this just starts procking all over the place. Yeah, look at this. You're going to have to click this a lot of times, it looks like, whenever you do this fight. So we gained a bunch of affinity, and I bet you that's why they have all the units starting in such close proximity to each other. I believe that does have something to do with gaining unit affinity. And unit affinity is important, so let's get out of the quest, let's go back into the party formation and look at exactly what we gained. Okay, here we are, so let's long click on Odin for Cloud, and he should have gained a whole level of resonance with Odin, so we should be at 3 out of 10 now. And sure enough, there he is, he's at 3 out of 10. Now if we click on this, it says he's at 83 to the next level, so maybe maybe I was incorrect in that it's 110 times to get to 10. I was always under the impression that it was 1,000 fights to get from 1 out of 10 to 10 out of 10. Maybe it's not exactly 100 a level. Maybe he gained maybe it's more from level 3 to level 4. But anyway, it looks like he gained about 1 level of resonance with Odin in that fight. So that's pretty cool. Now let's look at his affinity clouds with Tifa. That was at 2. Did it go up to 3? It did. He's now at 3 out of 5, but he's at 3 out of 5 with 2,725 affinity to go until the next level. So I wonder if I did it again, would he gain enough to go to affinity level 4? I kind of doubt it, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use a key, unlock that room, and see exactly how much he gains this time. Okay, here we go. You're going to get to see this live battle happening one more time. Maybe, if you're lucky, I'll edit this out and skip straight to the next screen. Or, all right, here we are. Let's check Odin first. Did Odin level up with Cloud one more time? If it did, he'll be at 4. And there he is at 4, but it's at 93. So, what might be happening here is that this quest gives 90, not 100, of the affinity right here. If it's giving 90 and each rank is 100, it would make sense that it went from 73 to 83 to 93. So maybe that's what we can base that off of right there. Is it would take about 11 runs to fully resonance out in Esper. We'll see. I'm going to keep testing it. And we got something else to test because we're going to test the double resonance pack here in just a second as well. Now, let's quickly look over at Cloud and let's look at his affinity with Tifa. So here we go, affinity / resonance, Tifa. Okay, he went from 2,725 to 2,225, 2,275, which is a gain of what? That's a gain of almost 500. What is that? 450. So it's gaining 450 affinity per fight. Now, affinity is something that you could just grind out over time as well, but there you go. That helps kind of solve what we're getting there. So now what we're going to do, we're going to run another little live test here. I'm going to click this plus sign, and I'm actually going to, whenever it loads, purchase the Premium Pass. Now, one thing the Premium Pass does is acquire JP and Esper Resonance at quest results up. So let's see if our Esper Resonance goes up faster. And if you're not playing on the Amazon App Store version of the game, by the way, right now, if you buy those 100 shard packs, you get $5 back. So I just wanted to shout that out again real quick. If anybody's thinking about buying those packs, you can buy them for 35 bucks instead of 40 with the Amazon App Store. Look at me cleverly plug that little promo in there. Man, it's like I should get paid to do that. Okay, anyway, let's go back to the far plane. I don't get paid to do that, by the way. I'd have to plug my affiliate link to be getting paid, but that's neither here nor there. We're doing the experiment. Okay, back into the key quest here. Confirm, and let's run it one more time. This time I will just hit embark, and I will edit out the fight for you so you don't have to watch it again. Okay, the fight is over. Let's see where we stand. Now, let's start by checking Odin on Cloud at Resonance, and I wrote it down. He was at 92 Resonance at level 4 before this fight. So if we scroll down to him, he's still level 4, and he's at 2. Which means he still gained 90 resonance. Even though we bought the bonus pack for resonance gain, it does not affect the key quest. That's what we've discovered there. Now let's check affinity. I doubt it affects affinity at all because it doesn't even advertise that it can affect affinity, but we'll still check. He's at level 3, Tifa at 1825, which is still that 450 gain that he got without having the pack purchased. So it looks like this confirms the pack is still a good thing to get if you're grinding a whole bunch of affinity and resonance and weapon affinity and all of those things, especially if you're just running missions over and over again, farming, leveling up your units, etc. But you don't need to buy it to grind out the special key room. However, that special key room is still a really nice thing. Like being able to get 90 Esper Resonance a run per key is going to be huge for quickly leveling up a unit so they can get in a fight. Maybe it's for selection quests. Maybe you have a unit and you want to use them in Guild Wars that day and they're at like rank 8 out of 10 and you're like, gosh dang it, that's like 200 missions. Or 2 to 3 runs in that key room. Make sure though, these keys don't look like you're going to get a whole lot of them all the time. They might be like the JP keys, so don't just use them when you only need 1 unit. Make sure you're getting full value out of them. Right now, as far as getting more of the keys, if you're looking to get some more, the only place that I've seen them right now, and please leave a comment, like if you found these somewhere else, leave a comment and let me know, is in the anniversary countdown shop right here. If you buy the Countdown Part 1 pack, there are 5 more keys in there, along with some other good stuff. EXL cubes, large energy pots, and chocobo tickets for 1,000 viz. This isn't a bad thing, especially if you want these keys, and you know, the large energy pots. Not the greatest deal in the world, but that's where I found some more keys as of right now. So anyway, that's going to be the video, you guys. I hope this was helpful. I'm actually super happy to have these affinity quests in the game at all. And now I have the freaking bonus pack too. So I'll be grinding affinity the old-fashioned way overnight on my iPad, running story missions, leveling up my Tifa and Cloud. Alright, y'all. That's the video for today. Thank you for watching. My poll video will be uploaded with fresh new music as soon as I can. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.